Hello, my name is Ojo Yekunle Ezekiel, speaking to you again, live and direct from Jos, Plateau State, Nigeria. I want to thank God for this opportunity again to share with us on TBC. And I really want to use this opportunity to say few things about TBC and my understanding of the digital assets. Now, like I used to say, the billion coin TBC is a digital asset powered by a technology known as blockchain technology. Blockchain technology was introduced in the year 2009, and the technology is the one that is being used to power cryptocurrencies, digital assets. And I will be talking about TBC. Now, there is this misconception that I'm going to be clearing the air about TBC. Some of my friends and my colleagues that have invested in the billion coin TBC have come back and started asking so many questions that when are we going to start cashing out TBC? When are we going to start collecting TBC in form of fiat currency? Like in my country, we use Naira and Kobo. They have been asking questions. When are we going to start taking Naira and Kobo, cashing out Naira and Kobo from their TBC, probably from ATM or from exchange? And I had to educate them. I sat them down, I educated them, and exactly what I told them is what I'm sharing now. TBC, it's a currency on its own. TBC is money on its own. There is no need of changing TBC to Naira and Kobo, because I made them to understand that is evolution of money. With time, we will not be spending fiat currency, paper currency again, because that is the era the world is moving to. Evolution, there is evolution. When evolution happens, it takes us from one level. It doesn't take us back to our grand state. There is what we call grand and excited states. When a force is applied to something, it goes into an excited state, which at the end of the day, it comes back to its grand state, which is the original level. That is revolution. When revolution happens, it takes you from one level, and at the end of the revolution, it brings you back to the original level. But when there is evolution, there is a movement from one level to another level. Your life doesn't remain the same again. You don't go back to the same level. No, you move from one level to another level and will remain at the new level. That is evolution. For your information, what cryptocurrencies TBC is about is evolution of money. When we are finally there, nobody will go back to spending of Naira and kobo in my country. The evolution of money is taking us to a new realm, which is what? Digital currency. So I needed to sit them down and explain to them that TBC itself is money. TBC is money. That is the reason why admin says for now, the only exchange we have is the cash flow. The only exchange we have is the cash flow. I'm coming back to cash flow. Now, what is the essence of changing TBC to Naira and Kobo? When I want to use what I can buy with Naira and Kobo, I can get it with my TBC. If I need foodstuffs, I have a merchant that is collecting TBC. Instead of paying with Naira and Kobo, right? Children school fees. There is schools that are now accepting TBC. Instead of paying Naira and Kobo, I issue them my TBC and go away. That is the reason why we said the advocacy should all be about making TBC a legal tender as a means of exchange of goods and services. When you make TBC a legal tender, then that means when you provide goods, TBC is being accepted as a form of currency. When you provide services, being accepted as a form of currency. When you want to attract, TBC is being accepted as a means of goods, as a means of services. So what else am I looking for? What else do I need Naira and Kobo for? That is the reason why admin is doing a very good job by this advent of cash flow. Because when you look at the mechanism of cash flow very well, you know that when somebody purchases TBC from you, the money back into TBC. Meanwhile, you can use part of the money to get some goods, keep in your shop, so that some people that have purchased TBC from you, maybe 3, 4, 5 months ago, and they needed something, they can still come back to the same shop and buy goods and services from you using TBC. That is what we are talking about. Everybody should try as possible to do what? To follow these cash flow processes. There is something you can do at your own end to promote the billion coin. Like I told you, I am a lecturer by profession. Some of the handouts that I'm producing now, I don't take Naira and Kobo again from my students that come on board with me on this TBC issue in exchange for the handout instead of accepting Naira and Kobo from them. No, I collect TBC. There is something you too you can do at your own hand to promote. The story is going around among the students that this handout, I paid for it in TBC. So more students are showing more interest in taking advantage of investing in TBC. That is my whole little way of providing what? Services in TBC. Now, like I said, in Nigeria, so many platforms are coming up that are selling phones, that are selling laptops, that are selling iPads, that are selling foodstuffs, that are selling clothing materials. Accept till my final years that on board with me since last year in this TBC stuff. Some of them were so smart enough to purchase $100 worth of TBC, and admin gave them one full TBC. Then now some of them came to me, they want to start a project, and they were saying, sir, we need laptops. I said, okay, don't worry, there is a trade fair that is coming up in Jos on the 13th of October. The flyer is there. If you want to buy laptops, phones, and some other accessories, they collect 100% TBC. So I've told them to strategize so that during this event, once they were able to raise their 5,000 naira registration fee with the store, they will purchase laptops at 100% TBC. So what are we talking about? TBC is affecting the lives of my students in one way or the other. 5 of them will be getting a laptop in a trade fair come October 13 this year, and they will be purchasing the laptops with their TBC. So what are we talking about? TBC is changing lives. TBC is making waves. TBC is solving issues. Gradually, TBC is becoming a legal tender in my country. I'm so happy for the development because it came right on time. And when I told the students about it, they were so happy. They were happy because the laptops that would have costed them 100,000, 80,000, 120,000 naira in Nigeria, they are now using their full TBC to get the laptops. Isn't that wonderful? What else do you want? You can get foodstuffs in TBC. You can get clothing materials in TBC. And some other things that are necessary, you can get them with full TBC now. So TBC has affected my life. It's affecting the lives of my students that came on board a year ago. Can you see that? When I invited them and I told them, I gave them on TBC last year that were bold enough came on board and they are enjoying it now. The that were afraid are now seeing the results of the efforts a year ago, and they too, they are strategizing to come on board now so that in the nearest future they won't be regretting not to come into this camp. This is just wonderful. I'm so happy with this development because if TBC can put a smile face and is now putting smiles on the face of my students, other people are coming in also. That means more money for me. Are you getting it? I'm affecting lives, and TBC is spreading, bearing good things among my students. I'm very happy. I am very happy. I'm very happy. Thank you for this innovation. Cash is the best way of cashing out TBC. Now, I'm thinking now of getting a shop so that as those new ones are coming in, when they receive the gift, pay their $10 and they purchase $100, at least half of it is coming back into the TBC. Soon, I'm going to start selling foodstuffs. I'm going to start selling electronics from the money I make from TBC, so that my students can start coming and be picking foodstuffs and some other things from my stores using what? Their TBC. Like I told them that this is not a multi-level marketing. This is not a Ponzi scheme. It is a new technology, and it is not a get quick rich platform. They were happy because I told them the truth, and the people that took advantage of it today, they are smiling. Me too, that introduced them, I'm smiling. And the news is getting spread there in the community, and more people are strategizing to take advantage of this the billion coin, because TBC is eradicating power. TBC is giving power back to the people. Thank you very much. Now, in a nutshell, how can you take advantage of this? By receiving the free gift offered by the admin between now and November. Because once it is November, the free Kringle gift is coming to an end. The promo is coming to an end. When you receive this free gift, all you need to do is what? Complete your profile on the Kringle cash back office, pay the $10 wallet father, you buy what we call $100 worth of TBC, so that you can also take advantage of the 100,000 Kringle coins that will be offered to you as a cookies reward for buying out of TBC from a solar trusted you. Cookies are in so many ways. When you are a broadcaster, you are entitled to a cookies reward. When you introduce list, admin gives you 10 full TBC. Now, admin has introduced some other forms of TBC, cookies reward, for new. If you can invite somebody into the community and the person activated his or her account within 24 hours, and the person that registered under you can also get people that activated their accounts within 24 hours, making 48 hours, you will be enjoying a lot of cookies reward from the admin. This latter part of the cookies program and award, it's going to be sweet. I am strategizing myself in a big way so that I can take advantage of these cookies and work hard to rake in more cookies into my wallet, because I'm working hard, entitled to the benefits. Nothing is free. If you are lazy, you get nothing for being lazy. But if you are hardworking, admin is generous enough to do what? To grant you a cookie. I want to use this medium to appreciate the people that are active on board, how we can use our, most especially in my country. There are so many platforms that are coming up, organizing trade fairs. Peoples are collecting TBC, 50% TBC, 50% cash for cars, 100% whatever you want to buy, clothing materials, electronics, foodstuffs, even services. Schools are collecting TBCs, 100% TBCs. We have filling stations that are collecting 100% TBCs. We have hotels that are collecting 100% TBCs. Even food joints now are collecting 100% TBC. So what are we talking about? TBC is money. There is no need for looking for an exchanger that is changing TBC to Naira and Kobo before you can make use of your TBC. TBC is money. TBC is appreciating. So it's even better for you to collect TBC because you know it's a currency. When you collect it, it appreciates in value other than collecting Naira and Kobo. That when you collect, it depreciates on a daily basis. So my advice is that you don't need to look for an exchange before you can make use of your TBC because TBC itself is money. TBC itself is money. TBC itself is money. Thank you for all the initiators of all the platforms that are coming up. I want to use this medium to appreciate them. I knew of Abba Smith, I knew of Faruna TB Stores, I knew of Fiki Fizi, I knew of Grain, and I knew of some other platforms that are coming up to collect TBC. Individual efforts that are also trying to collect TBC. And I want to use this medium to still appreciate admin for what they are doing at the back office. When you log in into the back office, so many new features that makes it user friendly are coming up. So many issues that are coming up that is being solved within 24 hours through one click of helpdesk. I want to appreciate them. This work. They are encouraging the community. They are really encouraging us. Every issue that are bringing is being sorted out on a daily basis through the support. I want to appreciate you for all this wonderful technology that you have put in place at the back office because it is user friendly and it is solving problems. Long live Nigeria, divisions. Long live admin. Long live Chris Kringles for inventing TBC, power to the people. TBC, eradicating poverty. Thank you and God bless.